is there any truth that your meeting took longer because you had a bad report card and you had to wait for your parents to come in and sign it?
No. No, it's all good. It's pretty good.
What's your feel for this season being a couple of days removed and kind of dictating what you want for the summer and next season as well?
Yeah, I mean, it's, no one's happy about where we are right now, which is a good thing because, we don't want to be here next year. So I think everyone's, getting a little break from hockey right now, and that's probably good. And then I think guys are going to get right back to work and come in with a little fire next year to not be here.
What do you think you learned about what it takes to help take your career and make it last even longer as you're getting out through 2 full seasons in this league?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that you got to do, off ice, and that's something I'm still trying to get better at and work on. And some guys have gotten mastered, the guys that have been around for tens of years. So that's something I can always work on, and I need to get better at, and going to be a focus for the summer.
Do you think it's more like a skill thing on the ice, or more like a weight room type of thing, maybe?
No, I think it's just just taking care of yourself. Nutrition. I think nutrition's always super important. I think that's something I can get better with.
Can you pinpoint what clicked in for you goal scoring wise in the back end of the year, that when things weren't going in for you the first half of the year?
Not necessarily a pinpoint. I've said this all year and years before. It's just it's a game of momentum. You in confidence. So when you don't have it, it's you got to work extra hard to get it back. And when you do, it seems like you're working. You're not working at all, and it's just working for you. So that's something that I'd like to definitely work on. I think, confidence is obviously important, but when things aren't going your way, staying a little bit more even keel and not letting it affect you, and so things like that.
Is there a specific part of the offensive production, right, that you want to work on, whether it's like your shot, kind of going in the right areas, whatever it is?
I think it's more going in the right areas. I'm going to work on my shot regardless, but I think it's more being in the right areas, not crowding, my teammates, being in good areas to get pucks to, get more chances.
Were there good stretches this season where you were feeling confident, good, exactly what you just described a second ago? Yeah,
there were, I think there were a few stretches. I think the back end of the year was a lot better. I was, feeling more confident and having fun out there, and, points are always helping. So, and winning is, helps a lot. So, there were points like that for sure. And, I think we, hopefully have a little bit more of those next year.
You got Ebbs back for a couple more years, and he's a guy that you sat by in that room ever since you began here. Why is that big for this team?
He's, a big part of this team. He's, here from day one. He's a great guy. He's a great player as well. So it's just the leadership he brings to the team, the offensive production. I love playing with him. So he's just a great guy to be around, great leader to have in that room, especially for young guys, guy who's done it all, played for so long. So, now we just got to get him a cup.
Of course, your contract is up. You're an RFA. I mean, have you given any thought to kind of what you want that next deal to look like, or what you're thinking for the future?
I love it here in Seattle. So, I think we'll see. I think we'll get something done. But,
Matty, going back to talking about Ebbs, earlier we had him here. He was talking about how throughout the season you continue to work on your defensive game. Offensive aside, how did you like the way you played, all 200 feet this year?
I think I did a pretty good job of it. I remember really early on I got scored on a couple too many times that I liked. So I might have went a little too defensive, but I think I grew in that area for sure. I think, as much as this year didn't necessarily go as well as I planned, or as well as we planned as a team, not making playoffs. I think I did grow a lot, and I learned a lot about myself and my game. I think I grew, defensively with face-offs, stuff like that, just little things that, will be important at some point, and, really important. So, that was it. There's definitely good lessons to take away.
Jaden talked a little bit about how it's kind of rare as a young player like you coming in really defensively focused first. You just don't see that very often. Is there almost a bit of a mental hurdle to kind of get yourself to think offense a little bit more, just given how you are?
Not really. I love playing offense. It's just, I think, like I said, it was, earlier in the year, I think I was a little bit more defensive minded because, the offense wasn't necessarily coming that easily. So, yeah, but it's just how I kind of grew up playing the game. It's, you play both sides of the puck and you play it as hard as you can, and you got to play defense before you play offense. That's what my dad always said.
Some guys are different across the board with what they want to do when they go home. Some say, I want to be watching the Stanley Cup playoffs and use that as motivation. Others just kind of need like a brain break. Where do you fall in that spectrum here for the summer?
I don't know yet. We will see. I'll let you know on that, but my dad asked me that question if I was going to watch, and I am unsure.
Any other different summer plans, or are you going to kind of stay close to Massachusetts as usual?
Yeah, probably just stay in Boston, see my family, spend some time there. Got some good groups of guys that, train there in the summer, so.
Something Maxwell's been talking about lately is how opponents are readier for you this season. They've had tape, they've seen what you could do. Is that something that you noticed, and how early did you notice it?
I think that, I saw some tougher matchups this year. Coach said it early on in the year. He said, he's not gonna hide me, basically. I'm gonna get tough matchups. He told me up front, and so I think it just took some time to adjust to it, and I think it, like I said, it got better as the year went on. I got more comfortable. I got more acclimated to it, and so now it's just knowing that's there, being ready for next year, and starting get here running.
Is that preseason? Do you think that he said that he can't hide you?
I don't know if those are. Don't quote me on that. That's not what he said. It was like when some. It's basically like when young guys come in the league. Sometimes they try not to put you against the top lines. They'll try to put you against the third. The opposing third line or something like that. So, it was more of something along those lines. Don't quote me on those stuff.
No problem. It's a while ago.
It was a while.
All good. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Have a nice summer.